Laugh it up! Eagles lose to the 2-win Miami Dolphins. Even my kid's laughing. Kid, say Eagles suck. Say Dallas sucks. Okay, good. They both suck. Anyway, are you just going to repeat everything now? Okay. How am I going to make an angry video with this guy in the background? Okay. Back on site here. All right. As you can see, it's snowing outside. It's just a crummy day. I'm home with the kid. I'm trying to get the place festivized for Christmas. Anyway, how in the world does a team get gifted this opportunity from the Dallas Cowboys losing on Thanksgiving Day? Excuse me. Gifted this opportunity on Thanksgiving Day after they lose to the Bills. Everyone points and laughs at Dallas to now everyone is pointing and laughing at the Eagles. Thank you, Eagles. Thank you. That's great. Thank you for that early Christmas gift. It's so tough doing this with this kid in the background. Anyway. Welcome to my entire day. You guys still want to have kids out there? Yeah, it's great being a father. Anyway, this was the Fitzpatrick, I think, was 31st ranked quarterback in the league. Their offense was 32nd or something like that. Who cares? They were awful, putrid, vile. But I said to people, and you can look back on my Twitter feed about this, I said, am I supposed to go into this Miami game thinking this is just an easy walkthrough victory? The point spread came out, and the Eagles are favored by 7. Game time favored by 10. A 10-point point spread. That is, when a team is a 10-point dog, that is no respect for you. That's a disrespectful line. And not only did they win, but the second half they made the Eagles look irrelevant. On both sides of the ball, irrelevant. 2-win teams should not do that. Unless the score is 50-0 at halftime and all your bench players come in, that shouldn't happen. The fact that this team is just 2 years, I have trouble processing it. 2 years off of winning the Super Bowl? That's the team we saw on the field? It's not like this team is completely flipped talent-wise from then. They have no excuse to not be at least good enough to beat a 2-win squad, let alone being down by 2 scores with 3 minutes left. What? I know, I can't believe it either, son. Luckily, you were napping during the whole game. Daddy should have took a nap too during the Eagles game. That would have been 1,000 times better. He could have at least had a dream about the Super Bowl 2 years ago. I know, remember that? You were only a couple months old and I woke you up in the middle of the night to watch the end of the game because I wanted you to see it with your own eyes. You know, I understand people may call me a weak butt Eagles fan because once they won that Super Bowl, I refuse to get mad at them. Like I'm disappointed in yesterday, but mad ain't the word. I mean, I go back and I watch those Eagles highlights from the Super Bowl, watch all those talking head shows, just review the uncertainty of Nick Foles going up against the Patriots and beating the GOAT Tom Brady. How am I keeping my train of thought here? I don't know. But the point is that this team, to see them show this much lack of heart, pride, and effort against a 2-win squad when Dallas is just like, yo, we don't want the NFC East. You guys have it. You guys have it. We clearly don't want it. We clearly have the better team on paper, and yet we're going to just bend over and die. You guys take it. Nah, you take it. We don't want it either. I don't want to hear anyone talking to Cowboys fans saying, "Oh, you lost to the Jets." Well, you lost to the Dolphins now, Eagles fans. You really have no room to talk. You really have no room to talk now. But I said to people, I said, even up to the game, I said, oh, I still got a bad feeling about this game. People were like, stop worrying, man. We got this. Don't worry. Calm down. Oh, should I calm down now? Should I calm down now? Are you calm down now? Getting your hopes up, thinking that should have been a shoe-in win? Woo! Kid, what noise does a fire truck make? What noise does a fire truck make? Wow, he said that with emphasis. So anyways, it's at the point now where I'm just like, would I even care if Carson was the quarterback next year or Doug was the head coach next year? Because, I mean, I'm at the point now where I'm like, Dak is a better quarterback than Wentz, and the Cowboys are a better team than the Eagles. So would I care if this entire team got flipped next year? And granted, I want Carson and Doug to be the quarterback coach tandem here. I want them to get success. But I can't refute what my eyes are seeing. And my eyes are seeing bad football play, bad quarterback play, bad coaching. And Carson is by far one of the worst problems on this team. And I get that he has no true number one wide receiver. And he's dealt with injuries all year and blah, blah, blah. But I've seen teams play with a lot worse. I've seen the Steelers lose their quarterback. They're still in a playoff spot right now. They got two more wins than the Eagles got right now. They can have every excuse in the world. What's the Eagles? They lost their number one wide receiver because he went bat poop crazy. They can't even get a job in the league anymore. What's their excuse? They're still in a playoff spot. And that's the point. If you're coached well and you have a franchise that has esteem and players that give effort, you can still look like a good football team. You trying to tell me the Eagles aren't as good on paper as the Steelers? The difference is heart. That team has heart. The Eagles don't. They don't. So, anyway, as ridiculous as everything is the Eagles still have a legitimate shot to win the NFC East. I mean, I know it's less of a chance that they won't than more of a chance that they won't than they will. But after you saw what they did yesterday, what's to make you think they're going to beat the Giants or the Redskins right now? Huh. The Redskins just won 2 games in a row. The Giants, I mean, they at least put up a fight against Green Bay. I mean, do you feel that confident that they're going to win those 3 games? I don't. Do you think they're going to beat Dallas? Do you think they're going to beat the Cowboys? I don't care how much the Cowboys are bending over and taking it up the tailpipe right now. I'll be done in a second, buddy. I know. I'm sorry. And at this point, like winning the NFC East, oh, who cares? Who cares? Winning the NFC East is basically who wants to be the first to get butt plugged by San Francisco in the first round. I mean, that's pretty much what it's looking like it's going to be. Like, oh boy, sign me up for that. I'd rather sit at home and watch that happen to the Cowboys, honestly. It just disappoints me to see this much lack of heart and effort from this team. Just, you have the door open. It's like, do you guys want to play for at least a somewhat respectable ending as far as the season goes? Winning the NFC East would at least be an ounce of respectability. Again, you're not going anywhere winning the division this year, but still, at least you could say, well, they at least found a way to win the division. Now they're finding a way to lose the division when Dallas is doing everything they possibly can to give them the division. Like, what is that? And how do we lose to a team that just had a touchdown when the punter threw the ball to the kicker? What? Like, seriously? Thank you for that highlight being run over and over and over and over again. Getting clowned before halftime. I mean, come on. You lost because the other team's skinny white guy threw it to the other team's skinny white guy. And then you had 70-plus yard touchdown drive, 70-plus yard touchdown drive, 80-yard-plus touchdown drive, 80-plus yard touchdown drive. Like making Fitzpatrick look like Joe Montana out there. The defense gave up 4 unanswered touchdowns in the second half, or from that kicker to punter that was right before halftime, and then 3 touchdowns in the second half. And your offense put up 3 points. 3 points in the second half. 3 points. And they're up by 14 points in the third quarter. Up by 14 points to a 2-win team, and you lose? Kids say that's awful. All right, he's done talking. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. What more is there to say about this team? Just putrid, vile. Right. In baby speak, that stands for the Eagles suck donkey dong. Anyway, just such a disappointing season. Such a disappointing ending here. And they could still win the NFC East somehow. And don't expect any calling from the mountains here if the Cowboys lose to the Bears on Thursday night. I'm not going to sit here and celebrate anything like that because my team just lost to one of the worst teams in football, arguably the second worst team in football. I'm sorry, when you play bad teams, you don't give up 4 touchdown drives over 70 yards. It just doesn't happen. Okay, a fluky touchdown, you had a turnover, deep in one end, and they took it in. Like, okay, I can understand stuff like that happens. But long, sustaining, time-killing touchdown drives that made they made the Dolphins look so fundamentally sound. And you gave up 36, 37 points to them. One of the worst offenses in the league. You gave up over 30 points to them. I know, I can't understand it either. That just shouldn't happen. Just unbelievable. Anyways, 2 final notes I want to end with here. One, all you guys that wanted Foles to stay in Philly, where are you at now? Benched for Gardner Minshew. It's the last I'm saying anything about that. And number 2, wow, let us see a rematch on a neutral field of San Francisco versus Baltimore. Because that is 2 teams that deserve to be in the Super Bowl. And I want to see a rematch of that game in February. Go San Francisco, go Baltimore. Right now, I'm rooting for that to happen because I want to see a good football game end this football season. You won't see that from the Eagles. Anyways, I want to see 2 good football teams face each other and slug it out. How you doing, Patriots fans?